Don't take things for granted. We all have a drive and a passion for something in life. Every day we strive to learn, to work, to reach goals we make, but do we always understand what is going on and realize what is going on around us? Today I want to talk to you about the little things in life we can learn to let go of, the things a lot of us take for granted, and I'll also be sharing the story of my aunt with you. A little over 2 months ago, something tragic happened to one of my family members. And living through this tragic event has truly been a miracle and has taught me to realize how valuable it truly is to have family, friends, and good health in my life. So first, let's get started by talking about little things in life we can learn to let go of. The first thing is insecurity and judgment. Insecurities, we all have insecurities, whether it's what we eat, the way we look, and a lot of this occurs from judgment. Why are we judging people based on what they're eating, who they're hanging out with, what they drive, how they look? Because every single one of you is just as important as me on this earth. The next thing I want to talk about is your mistakes and the fear of failure. We all make mistakes, but it's how we learn from them and grow from them. And this ties into failure. If you have the fear of failure in life, how are you ever going to get to where you want to be? How are you going to reach those goals? How are you going to get to where you want to be at the end of your life? In an article written by Quincy Steele, she talks about the belief that others have it better than you. We're also worried about what other people have, the things they own. But why should we be worried about what you have? Be worried about what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Many others may not have what you have. Next, I'd like to talk about the things we take for granted in life. Found in an article written by Lucy Smith, these things are listed. The first thing is a safe place to live, eat, and sleep. I don't think many of us understand that we are so grateful to have a place to call home, a place to go home and sleep, cook food, commute with friends and family, a place to meet and gather. Many people don't have that. The second thing is your health. We're so lucky to have such a great health system in this world. Our country having great health workers. Many people live in remote areas, small towns, cities, and don't have good health. The people that are fighting illnesses in hospitals. Look at the bigger picture in life. Look how you are right now. The next thing is friendships and relationships. These are things that are very important in life and can last a lifetime. I've made a lot of great friendships and relationships, such as family, friends, and they will last a lifetime. The last thing is time. A lot of people are counting down the days they have left on this earth. But for us, as of now, it looks like we have a lot of time. But you never know when your time may come to an end. So why not spend that time making the world a better place, making the people around you a better place? Next, I want to share with you the story of my aunt. And although this might not be a pretty picture, the things I've learned from her story are far beyond believable. In an interview with Melissa Bitz, I've learned many things to not take for granted in my life throughout her sister's journey. I still remember sitting in the car after getting done snowboarding with my aunt, or with my cousins in Minnesota in February, around 3 months ago. I still remember my mom giving me the call. Your Aunt Wendy has had a massive heart attack. We were getting fast food at the time, and I didn't know what to think. My appetite was gone. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to feel. All I could do was pray. I told my mom to keep me updated. Within the next few hours, she talked to me and told me that the doctors had performed CPR on her for 50 minutes. And for those of you that don't know, 50 minutes without a heartbeat, to come back and live from that is truly a miracle. So she spent about a week and a half in Fargo. At the time, they had to put stents in to help with the blockage in one side of her heart. They put a pacemaker in. She was basically living on machines at the time. And with the extensive damage to her internal organs, we made the executive decision to send her to the #1 hospital facility in the United States, which is the U of M in Minnesota. There, she stayed there for about a month, maybe a little over a month, and had many procedures done in order to try to get her better. We took an aggressive approach in trying to get her better. One of the main procedures she had done to save her life was an amputation above her knee. And after the first amputation not working, she had a second amputation to save her life. This was caused from the blood flow that was unknown, that had not gotten to the foot while she was having a heart attack. The unknowns were endless. We didn't know how her brain would function. We didn't know what her sight would be, what her physical attributes would be. But we just continued to pray and hope that things would get better. Well, it turns out that the U of M, after a while, found out that they could do nothing for her anymore. And at the time, she could only have one family visitor. So we decided to fly her back to Fargo, her home. Now she's able to have more family members come in and visit her, and it has helped her mental health a lot. As of right now, there's nothing that they can do for her, so we are praying for another miracle. But Aunt Wendy is still in the hospital today, fighting every second for her life. Her days are like a marathon that just won't end. Every breath is hard work. Every word is hard work. But the hardest part of all is not being able to see every single one of her family members. So I leave this with you today. Today, give the ones that you love a hug. Tell them you love them, because you never know the last moment you're going to share with them. Don't take the time you have for granted on this earth. Don't take the friends and family you have for granted, but rather cherish the moments you have with them.